Charlotte by 2. LeBron drives again down the middle. Slam dunk! Just an absolute thunder dunk by LeBron.
He's up to second place, but Russell backs out of it. And Verstappen roars around the outside to take the lead in spectacular fashion. Unbelievable.
He finds Luka to beat the clock. Got it! The Don! That is so Luka right there.
All about basketball, Formula One, cap stuff, pop culture, and much more. Welcome to Mojito Talk with Tony Vega.
What's up, people? Thank you all for tuning in. This is Mojito Talk on PGM Fan Cave on the PGM channel. Thank you all for tuning in. What's up, KB? How's it going? How's your day? Oh, you're muted. You're muted, buddy. Yeah, you're muted.
Yeah, all good. Not much. Just got out of traffic. Changed real quick. We are here for the people, by the people.
Yeah. No, I want to say thank you all for listening to this. This will be on every platform, literally every platform. So YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and also PGM Fan Cave. So we will be recording here live. So if you want or have any questions for us at the end of the podcast, please do so. It will be part of the episode. So yeah, we'll make this as fun as possible. But we got some topics to discuss. It's interesting because I'm not gonna lie, I've been enjoying my time away from just sports.
Everything. From everything.
Yeah, it's the off season. You gotta have to take a little break. And you know, the biggest news, and like I don't know, like the biggest news was Luka signing that contract. He signed on Friday on Saturday, and after that we were all here, and it was like a weight on my shoulders, like just like, okay, this is it. This is like this is.
Oh, you mean a weight off your shoulders?
Off my, yeah, not on, off. It's just like it's nice to know like there is a target. There is like a short path. This is the era of Luka.
Yeah.
There's no, I mean, we can talk about like there's always going to be questions about like who's going to be the star pairing after LeBron, blah 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 blah, but the main guy, Luka, is going to be there. So that's going to be that is something to behold. What were your thoughts, bro, when that happened?
Look, I was so out of the loop because I was doing like my family thing with me and my fiance went to go do some stuff. And then all I see is just my phone just start pinging. And it's like, Luka just signed. I'm like, what? So I was so out of the loop. It is off-season mode, so I do understand that everybody else was out of the loop as well. Yeah, I just seen it, and then I jumped on playback with you guys. I'm like, I had to ask y'all like 5 or 7 times, what are y'all talking about? I have no idea what's going on. You're like, he just signed an extension. I said, oh shit, he signed it that quickly. And to me, I think it's just a sign of the times. It's just times are changing. On to the new guard, and Luka's just that main guy that's going to be, the Don is going to be the face of the franchise.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. It is a changing of the guard. It is from a team that was an AD and LeBron centric team. Now is officially we are on the Luka business, and not gonna lie, I love the contract. So just taking a quick dive into like what that contract looks like. Like I'm not gonna lie, I like what I see. It's gives Luka the opportunity on age 29 to get that big extension. So this is kind of like a short extension. When it says estimate on the screen for those people, he signed a 3-year, $160 million contract. That is, I know it was reported like 4 or longer than that, but this makes sense because it gives him the opportunity to not only go to free agency, but also like to get the 10-year mark where he can get 35% of the cap which if by estimates, he can be almost an $80 million guy per season.
That's
That's
crazy.
almost $1 million per game. Like he could be that. Like he could
Money.
have that money. So this makes sense for him. This was kind of known that if he was going to extend. So this makes all the opportunities. So yeah, I'm all for it. I like it. I mean, do you have any questions, concerns about this, man?
No, I mean the way you broke it down is perfect. That $80 million a year that's it. That's insane. $1 million
That
per.
would be 2028, 2029 kind of
But
thing.
I mean,
Like it's yeah.
if we're just thinking about it right now, 25. Did he just turn 26 or is he 25? 26?
He's turned 26. So
26 years
this
old.
yeah,
Yeah,
26
it's
years
just
old. Yeah.
that's what I'm like. 26, and
Yeah.
then by the time it comes around for his next signing for even longer after the 10 years hit, he'll be 30 years old. So we have 4 years of Luca. This is honestly, and I know people are probably already talked about it. This is Luca's prime. Like going
Yeah.
from then until then, going into his 30s, and then past that, like we had a long time. And it's even better that he got in shape. Even better.
Yeah. And I just see one of the comments there saying that it's 160, not 165. Yeah,
Mm,
it changed because he also declined his. So if you look here, he declined his player option on 26, 27. That changes a bit of the math.
okay.
So right now he's going to be yeah, it's going to be 49. And by the way, this also changes because it's an estimate. So for
Mm,
instance, like it's percentage. I think how they have it is also by cap.
mm,
So depending on the cap space for 26, 27, that could
yeah.
give you the exact amount of what his actual cap hit is gonna be. So that's why these are just estimates. But yeah, and again, it says here, yeah, 30% of 165.472. Anyway,
Shout out to
but yeah,
Eric Osman. He's the one who corrected us on that one. Appreciate you, dog.
yeah, no. But in a sense, I like this. This also provides a lot of flexibility for the Lakers. Something that I think people don't understand is like 20 like next year, Lakers have like for the first time in a while, they
Mm,
have true flexibility. Like right now going into the season, we have a lot of expirings, right? We have like
yeah.
if we look at the roster, we have like what Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, Roy
Yeah.
Hachimura. We have Hayes is still in expiring too. So we have them as expirings, but regardless, like they are. How can I say this? Like they are for next year. You only have Luca. You only have the cap hold of Austin Reeves and Jared Vanderbilt. Everything else is like what you maybe if DeAndre Ayton pans out and turns out to be the guy that we all think he could be, then
Mhm.
hey, he may actually opt out of that 8.1. Or like Jake LaRavia is still gonna be there for 6 million. Like what I'm trying to get
Yeah.
at is we could be positioning ourselves for $40 million in cap space. We could be positioning ourselves for the opportunity to basically be a free agency destination and also the opportunity to kind of build this roster for Luca, which is
Yeah.
something that it's interesting. It may not. I mean, oh, nice.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, PGM Dog. What's up? What's up,
Nice.
mama? Yeah. Yeah. What's up? Yeah. Anyway, I apologize for that. What happened? Anyway, yeah, I like this. I like the potential of Austin Reeves signing a $30 million contract, like a $30 million per year contract. That's also something that was reported, which I think we all knew that it was going to be around the 30s. So that's kind of interesting. But I mean, what's your thoughts, bro? What do you think so
Uh,
far?
looking at the flexibility we're going to have in 2027, I like it. Me, I'm taking it year by year. I'm looking at just like what we have just the following year, the end of this next year coming up for the 26-27, and just seeing who's unrestricted. It makes even more sense to either resigning Rui Hachimura onto more money, or we're trading him, Gabe Vincent, and Maxi Kleber along with Jackson Hayes. So
Correct.
I don't know what we're gonna do. But we got things we got to take care of. Since we're pretty much going into the next subject,
No, what's up?
no, but my next question was going to be, when it comes down to what we have, is this the final roster spot? No, is this the final roster? This is it. Do you think this is it?
Yeah, I think this is it. I
Okay.
truly think this is it. It's not. We may try to sugarcoat this where it's like, oh, we got the 15 roster spot, but regardless if we have the 15 roster spot, we have less than, I think we have only like 1.2 million in total. So it's like, regardless, we still even though we have a roster spot, we still need to make a trade. So nah. I think this is it. I think this is exactly what the Lakers could use so far, like in terms of like test out, see what's going on, see who really works, and and maybe verify.
You have a question from Mr. King? Yep.
Yeah, Mr. King also says, can we stretch and wave to create flexibility? So if we look back at the roster here, we have, yes, we can wave and stretch probably Maxi Klebers. The problem is, it's like, I don't think the Lakers want to do that necessarily. It is the simplest option if they want to create space without sacrificing any picks or any of the sorts. But the problem being is, like, you then carry that dead weight, that dead cap space 2026, maybe 2027. So
which it's going to hurt us if we do that. So a trade is more.
It may not. It's minimal though. To be fair, it's minimal. But if they want to create space, then it has to be like a Gabe Vincent or a Maxi Kleber.
Type of trade.
Seeing them in the, I'm not gonna lie, seeing them in the press conference for Luka makes me think
they're staying.
Yeah, it makes sense for the roster to stay put, because like Kleber's let's put it in this perspective. Kleber's contract is enticing. It's expiring. It's 11 million. But if we really want to dig into this, like, Kleber has had a horrible outing. Like, he's had a horrible stretch. He's been injured. He's been going through he's just not been himself. He's been declining. So why not rehab his value if possible during the beginning of the season, and maybe make it more easier to trade him rather than just wave and stretch.
Yeah.
That's kind of, and here we say, and also King is commenting saying, we don't
he's commenting against Pope, because Pope said no Kevin Love if we wave and stretch.
Unfortunately, we don't have. I mean, even if we want to sign Kevin Love, we don't have the space for him. So that's the like. If I look here, just again, just look at the 1.1 million. So a vet min is more than that. That's the problem. Like, you need to create space. So yeah, wave and stretch works. It's also a buyout. Like, let's say that's also a possibility, but a buyout just kind of hurts you to a certain point, because let's say Maxi Kleber says, you know what, give me a buyout. I'll give back 3 million. You still have 8 million on dead cap in your team that you can't trade, you can't use. So that's why the value of Kleber being like usable, being available, makes sense for the Lakers. Like, that's kind of like where my train of thought is. But Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Lakers do waive and stretch Kleber. Maybe they want Kevin Love. I've heard. Well, when I say I've heard, I've heard this argument where it's like Kevin Love helps the Lakers in terms of keeping LeBron happy, which to me is weird. But because I think what makes LeBron James happy is building a team that's ready to contend. And I think you do that using Kleber's contract as something to add, not for making room for his buddy. Because then it just doesn't make sense. But let's see, maybe there's also a possibility where Kevin Love just waits. Yes, he waits till the beginning of the season and see like, okay, when certain trades happen, then I'll probably sign into a vet min at a prorated level. That's also a possibility. We have 1.2, but as the season goes on, that's not like, for instance, you guys remember Goodwin, right?
Yes, we can't forget him.
We signed him. You can't forget him. But when we signed him, that was like after the trade deadline. There was a certain amount of months. That contract was so low. That was only like 200 and that was like 220 or something like that. Like it was minuscule because it was a prorated contract.
Jeez.
So maybe a prorated contract is where the Lakers go if they don't want to make trades, which again, it's also a possibility that they don't want to make trades, which I'm against it, but I can see their argument towards where it's like retain as much assets, don't burn the pick, keep DK, and if you really have to make a trade that you can't say no to, then you go by it. If not, just keep the roster as is, keep the flexibility. So,
man, I mean, okay, so this is the final roster you think going into training camp. Perfectly fine with me. Now, with this being the actual roster that we're going to be set with, what do you think when it comes down to, because I'm going to mention his name. I can already see your eyes rolling right behind the screen because this is the first time he's had an actual full summer of training and no injuries that were reported, right? Now, when it comes down to Vando, how improved do you think he can get over a summer of just literally consistent training, not being injured through half the summer, being completely fully healthy, able to go? This is the first full summer he's ever had with the Lakers, ever.
For how I view it, I think Vando, if he can develop, like, I think there's levels to this where it's like people are looking at his 3-point shot. Can the man finish? Can the man just make a layup? Can he actually just play? Because they had him, if you remember correctly, they had him like in the like dunker spot a lot. They had him playing like a mobile center at times. Like he wasn't playing POA, but if he can actually operate as a center again to a certain point, like let's say give you flexibility where your small ball is not Hayes, but it's actually Vando, and he can finish around the rim. Again, that's the thing that sucks about Vando. It's like if you can't give us some sort of vertical lob threat or some sort of like something on the offensive end, then I kind of feel like for him, it's kind of like he gets played off pretty easily. But if with this offseason, I expect at least better hands, less turnovers, and a player that can actually play impact and maybe closing lineups. Where it's like, hey, guard, like that's the other part about this team that's interesting because now you have Marcus Smart hound the best player on the court. Gabe Vincent hound the best player on the court. Vando hound the best player on the court. Now we have players that we can actually throw at, let's say, the SGAs, the Anthony Edwards, and maybe you can turn Vando more into a wing stopper and more into this this guy that you need, and if he can develop the three, if that is something that he can actually develop, then that's just solidifies his rotation. So yeah, I'm for it. I just have to see it to believe it, because I've seen Ben Simmons shoot threes, bro.
I'll say this.
I've seen Ben Simmons shoot threes, so
I know. I mean, look, I will say this. I do think Vando will be a better 3-point shooter than Ben Simmons next year. I can put my stake on that. But when it comes down to Vando and just watching how he's training, all the stuff he's doing, two things that I'm hoping he does improve. I know we don't have to worry about happening too much, but I do hope that he works on his ball handling as one. And two, I hope that he works on his 3-point shot. Now, for ball handling, I'm not telling him to do much. Dribble handoff, it's not really hard. But when you're trying to kind of, you're not even a dribble handoff, but more of like a fake DHO and try to get to the rim, which he's done before, like you have to finish the layup or you have to finish the dunk. Now, with his 3-point shot, he used to have a hitch in it. Now it's more fluid, if we're thinking about it, more fluid to where it's like going up. He's getting it, turning, shot. Last time it was 1, 2, 3. Now it's like 1, 2, right there. He's shooting, it's putting straight up. So with that, well, don't look at my crooked ass elbow. In, up, over. There you go. Boom. So when it comes down to anything for Vando, like am I excited for the improvements? Yes. Now, will I say preseason I'll take that with a grain of salt? Fuck no. Because real game reps are in preseason, if I'm being honest. Because they're going to be starters play like a half, a quarter. It'll be good to see how he handles the ball with him in the game and how he just handles a 3-point shot that's left open. Because you know what they're going to do. It's the same thing. Was it when we had Russell Westbrook on our team? When he like literally waved off like a jump shooter, like a 3-point shot, he's like, I'm not going out there. Like, I think they're going to do that to Vando a lot until he makes them respect his shot. So with that, I think he's going to hit not majority of his 3-point shot, but I think he will get into, and I'll make this a bold statement for everybody to go ahead and check receipts. I think he'll be close to over 30% from three. Vando shooting over 30%. I think so.
okay. I have a question for you. Would you play Laravia more than Vando, or Vando more than Laravia? Without seeing them, I'm just, because this is where the this is where the construction of it kind of sometimes is weirded me a bit, because it's like, where do you slot Laravia? Where do you slot Rui? Where do you slot Vando? Like, to a certain point, and that's where like Kleba kind of comes in, and all this, where it's like we're kind of still a bit lopsided here. So I'm all for Vando. I'm just like, where will you put him, basically?
So for me, if it came down to it, it just depends on what kind of game we're having. And if we're talking like the starters are producing and we need our bench to come in and like produce, I do fully think you're going to slot Vando at the power forward. I think he goes straight to the power forward. And then after that, you'll have Jackson Hayes at the 5. And then you put Jake LaRavia at the small forward. And at the 2, honestly, they're going to slot Marcus Smart at the 2 and then put Gabe Vincent at the 1. But we do know Gabe Vincent will not be our point of attack defender. I don't think he'll be the point of attack unless it's a smaller guard. If it's a bigger guard, they're going to have Marcus Smart guard that person. And then that'll be our backup 5 right there. Now, I think when it comes down to defense intensity, I'm not even going to lie to you. Jake LaRavia, for me in college, was more of a scorer. He was never a stopper on defense, never a defender. The Arrow, when I tell you he go 90, he go 100 feet. He'll guard you out of bounds in the parking lot. He'll go after you the whole entire time. Tenacious defense, really, really aggressive. It's just an offensive end when it comes down to shooting the ball. It's like, what is he going to do? So I do think if Jake LaRavia is not giving enough effort on the defensive end, you swap him with the Arrow and say, here you go. He's a rookie. Let him do what he does. You actually have the backing with Marcus Smart and Gabe Vincent to where they'll be able to help him. And all he has to pretty much do is cut to the basket, finish layups, dunk. I think that'll happen a lot. Now, with other players, I spoke on it 15,000 times. I do think Bronny will see playing time this year. Don't know how the hell he does it. I think it's gonna
Bro,
happen.
you
Look,
gotta come on. Like,
I'm putting it into the stratosphere. Do not deny what I'm saying. I think
it's
he's
too
gonna
much.
do it.
It's just too much, bro. It's just too
I
much.
know. I know. Look, my thing is this because, and I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this. The same thing was said about AR. The reason why it was said about AR is once we get him a 2A, who the hell's this guy? And then you watch his highlights in college. Oh, he was pretty good. He held his own against top players in college. And then when he started to elevate himself, his game, his confidence heightened. Before that playoff happened against the Dubs, when he had he shot that half court shot, he was going off. We made it to the West Conference Finals. Everybody's like, what the hell was going on? Who is AR? Now he's really good. He's about to he proved himself. Now with Bronny, people can deny it all they want. This summer league, he was the best player. He was. When Dalton Connect should have been the best player, Bronny outshined him by on defense and on offense. Just improved on certain little things that we needed to improve on. His ball handling, his jump shot, his confidence was better. He's healthier. So with that, I think this team has a lot of question marks, but I will say this. We did get more athletic, I think, by getting Thiero. People can say Marcus Smart ain't that quick. He's a better defender than what we used to have. He's better than Pat Bev. I'm just saying. We became more athletic as a team, but I'm not going to go ahead and say if we're going against OKC, game over. They're a better team. I don't know that. I don't know how we're going to look with this type of Luka locked in. And then you're going to be able to get if Luka's locked in shape like we have right now, I don't know what it's like to have a rested LeBron in the fourth quarter. If you catch my drift, LeBron has always been a guy who plays 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe overtime. He's never had the chance to relax. That's my thing. And that's why I think, well, we have Luka, he's the all-star. So that's why I kind of have confidence in what we can do. And with everybody else just having a certain role and not having to worry about scoring so much, we'll be fine. And I'll do another Pro Bowl prediction. I think our bench produces at least 20 points a game. I think they
That's
do.
that's a lot of predictions. I'm more towards the reality that I just don't see time for. Like, without Bronny, I already see us 11 to 10 man rotation during the regular season. So
I
I
think we
don't
run
know.
that. I think
Yeah,
we run
but I
that. There's
don't.
no
But
reason to shorten it.
that's without even including Bronny. Like,
Got it.
Bronny needs to basically outplay Gabe. He needs to
Uh-huh.
he needs to outplay one of, I don't know, bro. It's just, there's something about like this team and how it's set up where it's like, and how Bronny was even used to a certain point. Like, think about it. He was more on ball this summer league than ever before. Than we like his prototype,
Yeah.
his archetype is now something that we didn't think it was gonna be. I thought he was gonna be more off ball, more catch and
Catch and
shoot,
shoot.
which
Yeah.
he's have been, but to a certain point, his effectiveness is just basically having the ball and creating off the dribble, which is kind of nice to see. It's kind of great to see that game from him. But here's my point though. To be totally fair, I would like to see opportunities for him. I would like to see opportunities for Thiero. I would like to
Yeah.
see opportunities for like Coloco to a certain point. Like, I think our center rotation leaves a lot to be desired. I'm
Mhm.
not talking about Aiden. I'm talking about like Hayes and like, I really do not like the Hayes Cleva combination.
Yeah.
So if we can inject some sort of athleticism, defensive versatility there with Coloco, I'm all for it. And maybe Coloco develops into something that's not like, I'm probably more higher on Coloco than I am on Bronny for this season because of the need. It's just
Yeah.
the need.
Yeah.
I'm not talking because, like, think of all the players that Bronny needs to like overplay. Coloco
Yeah.
only needs to overplay Hayes and Cleva. The
Yeah.
bar is like mid. it's
Yeah.
not And by the way, I'm not trying to throw shade at Hayes. He was a serviceable center when we needed him.
Yeah.
But like he provides a look. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm hoping to see if Koloko can provide the defensive look that we're looking for that like backup defensive big that we kind of need. So that kind of like rim protector, that would be the ideal setup.
Hold on. So I have a question about that since you said about Koloko.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that mean he has to get off the 2A and get converted into a regular contract?
Not for the regular
to get more
season,
playing time?
But no, I mean, no, for the regular
Because he
season.
only gets 50 games, right?
Yeah, he only gets 50 games, but I mean, you only need 50 games to test him out. You don't need to convert him into a regular contract to kind of like develop him. Is my point of view. Like between the G League and between like the two assignments of just again, it's the same thing we used to do with like if you remember, I mean, if you remember Max Christie, he wasn't a two-way, but to a certain point, it was like, okay, go back to the G League, come back from the G League. You're gonna get playing time. You're probably gonna get DMPs. Go back to the G League, come back again, like this back and forth, and we're gonna see it with Bronny. We're gonna see it with a lot of with.
You think Bronny goes back to the G League again?
I think they're gonna do it. They kind of have to. If he doesn't get burned, he's probably gonna go to the G League only to get some reps, only to
on
get
assignments.
Some assignments. Hey, go to the G League to get some practice, or go to the team just to get some on-ball reps. And Thiero is probably gonna start from the G League as well. And I'm high on Thiero, but maybe that's where he starts and then proves himself, because at a certain point, Reeves kind of did that. He didn't go to the G League, if I'm not mistaken. He just went from summer league straight to the roster.
He went from the summer league as a two-way to a mini camp with LeBron, wowed him there, and then got a roster spot. So
something like that. Yeah. So the door's open for Koloko. The door's open for Thiero. I think Thiero's athleticism, if he can really pop, he's much needed. But again, everybody has a quirk. Previous episode I had Tim a while back, I think last week, and he kind of asked me the question, like, what do I want from athleticism? And I kind of came to the conclusion that like I want the hustle, I want the effort, I want the verticality. Like it's the offset to Luka, where it's like, hey, if Luka is slow, have somebody where he can outlet like a fast break or a defender, etc. Like somebody that can actually hustle, rebound, and go to the rim. But he prefers the skill set. He prefers skilled players rather than athletes. Everybody has a preference. Everybody has a recipe for success. I'm more towards like just balance this out a bit. I kind of feel like there's too many forwards.
I'd rather have a plethora of that instead of shorten, because remember last time we didn't have enough wings, now we have too much. So I'll take the too much.
But now for some weird reason, I kind of feel like our guard play is just weird. Like, just to be fair, like we don't have. So let's assume Rui comes off the bench, right?
Okay.
You have Marcus Smart. You have
starting.
You got Marcus Smart starting. Then who's your backup guard? Gabe?
Our backup 1 or 2?
Whichever one. Which one are you going to choose? That's my point. Like we only have we only have Gabe. Like that's my point. Like if you think about it, our guard rotation, then you have to rely on Bronny. Like
this is why I think Bronny gets time.
Okay, but KB, I'm all for Bronny. I'm not trying to dismiss it. I'm just saying, like, in a relative sense, this is the argument why I could see Rui starting.
No, I don't think for a second Marcus Smart's going to start. I would want him to. I don't think it's going to happen, because the only thing I keep on falling onto is JJ's used to continuity. Starting Smart might be a really like an.
He's going to do the politics. he's
That's what I'm
gonna
saying.
really
It's gonna
he's gonna
go.
do the
That's what I'm
politics.
saying. So if he's go politics, that's fine. But I think it'd be effortless. Just going ahead and just swapping Smart for Rui. Smart already knows what to do on the defensive end. It's not hard. He's not a main
Mhm.
scorer. He'll be a shooter. He'll be catch and shoot shooter. He'll defend. That's it.
But
Now
Rui off the bench, that's
I
the
know. I'm worried about his mental. That's the one thing about Rui. It's his mental. He's not. It's not the same. And you look at the stats. It might be small to some people, but it
yeah.
might be big to some other people too. So I don't know. That's the only thing I'm worried about. The smart move, and I think a lot of content creators who are Laker content creators said it. Laker Nation, everyone out there said that the smart move is to start Marcus Smart and bench Rui. Easy.
I
Now,
mean,
if Rui can get out of his head,
there's a contingent that says start what is it, start Vando. Like, I don't know, bro. Like
I can't.
that's
I can't.
I know, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like everybody has an opinion when it comes to the starting lineup. I just feel like I'm with you. I think Rui is gonna be that guy that's gonna
My
start.
thing is this: I'd rather do it old school. Training camp, anybody's position besides LeBron and Luka's position is up for grabs, and maybe DeAndre Ayton is up for grabs. If you can't, if your AR, your position is not guaranteed. Rui, your position is not guaranteed. Show me what you got. And if they get outshined in training camp and they play in the preseason, they look bad, worse against other people as well. Go that way. I'd rather do that and have the hardest players, the hardest working players on the court, than go by, oh, it's AR. No, AR been lacking. This other dude's been busting his ass in training camp. Like that type of vibe. I don't know JJ that well to see if he's going to have the balls to do that.
Yeah.
Now I would respect it if he did, but I don't believe in dubbing anybody besides LeBron and Luka. I don't believe in dubbing AR. I don't. You can say AR dropped as many points in the comment section if you want to, but I don't know. I don't believe dubbing anyone besides Luka and LeBron. That's it.
I got it. No,
Everybody else.
that makes fair. That's fair. But yeah, that's fair. I'm
just saying. I just like
I think that's
competition.
more of a wait and see kind of approach. Like that's
Yeah.
where we're at right now, where it's like we kind of have to wait and see what training camp and what JJ does, because I think
Yeah.
we can talk in
Yeah.
circles about what this starting lineup should be, could be,
Yeah.
will be.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's what JJ wants, and we don't have that much of a track record with him in terms of like what his tendencies are. Like to a certain sense, we're all thinking like he loves small ball, he loves 5 out, but
Didn't have
maybe
much
he
to work
leans,
with. Yeah.
but he didn't have much to work with, and he was working with the best he had. So maybe his philosophy changes a lot with more weapons, because I was thinking about this, and you tell me if I'm wrong here.
Okay.
What other four players on the starting lineup is more talented than the Lakers?
What up, JDPSE, man? What other? Oh,
So
shit.
think about it this way: we got Luka, we got LeBron, we got Austin, and we got Aiden. If you think of the talent that those four have, on the court, as a starter, I'm hard pressed to say who's more. Like you could say OKC just in terms of like Chet, J-Dub, SGA, and insert whoever you want, like what, Lou Dort, maybe, like,
Yeah.
And if you look at like Denver, it's like Jamal Murray, Jokic, Gordon, Cam. If you look like I'm just, it may be a wild statement to say, but I think the Lakers are mad talented right now. Like,
oh, 1,000.
insanely talented.
Offensively, hell yeah. Offensively,
I don't even think offense. Like, I'm not even gonna say offensively. Like, I also think defensively. Like, I think just to have it, because here's my other point. Like, there was stretches where our defense was like, if we look back to that Timberwolves series, it wasn't a high stakes. Like, the Timberwolves were like lining it up from three. They had their games, but in totality, the series was a low scoring series. It was a low scoring series, and we only had Hayes for 8 minutes and 4 fouls, and we had like two players, which was Gabe and Vando maybe or DFS, like
Yeah.
depending on the situation. Goodwin provided zero. Like what I'm trying to get at is like I don't want to gas up the roster too much, but the level of talent that we had last season and where they propelled themselves to what we have now, I think is not being proportionately measured. It's not like it's not being like the upgrade of Hayes to Aiden is insane. Like I don't think people can quantify how good of an upgrade that is. And then they always put a little dash of like, oh, but if Aiden's serious, oh, if Aiden can do this. An unserious Aiden is a double machine. So just imagine
serious
if he's serious.
Yeah.
Like that's like maybe again, the King is saying like I'm gassing him up. Probably I am. Maybe this is the part of the season where you have to gas him up because we don't see it on the court. We only see it on paper. And on paper, I'm seeing an unserious first round, first pick Aiden, that level of talent that went to the finals, unserious as he was in an unserious team, and he was still a double-double. Yeah. So just saying. And then you have Austin Reeves, which he had the like, and here's probably the ultimate Austin Reeves bail. You basically got rid of D'Lo. You put Austin Reeves on ball for the beginning of the season throughout that entire prep, like that entire phase until we got Luka. Then Luka grabs the ball, and then it's like this situation where it's like now they're playing a different style, and you have 2 months to adapt or 3 to Luka.
Yeah.
Then come playoff time, they play an entirely different type of basketball. Think about it. They're playing an entirely different type of basketball where Austin Reeves is not even like he's not even on ball. His usage, I think you can go back. It's like below 20 or below his standard. Like, and he still dropped 16, having a horrible playoff.
Yep.
So if that's the floor for Austin Reeves, if that's the floor for Aiden, that is a humongous leap to where the Lakers were last season.
This is true.
And then on caveat, let's say you just take away Gabe Vincent. Let's just take away Gabe Vincent. He does not exist. You substituted him for Marcus Smart.
Man.
Assuming Rui's still here. So, like, I don't think people can quantify. Like, I think people are they're easier adjusted to say how ass the Lakers are, how difficult the Lakers are, how far away they are from everybody else. And by the way, that is because we're seeing like, hey, Kevin Durant is now a Rocket. That is like Cam Johnson is now a Denver Nugget. Bruce Brown is a Denver Nugget again. I get it. I see it. I see what the Clippers did. I get it. But I think Lakers are not like the fan base or maybe a portion of it or maybe how the coverage is. They're not really understanding like the upgrade. You're giving a literal pick and roll partner for Luka who he didn't have. Now you have a DeAndre Ayton. Think about it. Like it's
No, I see what you mean. Lud, because I had to spotlight JDP's what he was saying. Thiero, Laravia, Vando, Smart, Gabe. Like defensively, we aren't as bad as people think. I am in agreement with you. I do think we're not that bad defensively. I do think they're going to jump off the page and show a little something, maybe a spark, maybe a little highlight or two. But my biggest 2 question marks that I have are Thiero and Laravia. Laravia says he wants to be the 3-and-D type of wing. That's what he said he's going to be able to. He's going to show everybody they can be that. Haven't seen that before from him. Do I think he can light it up from behind the 3-point line and score at will? Yes. Defensively, I'm a little iffy on Thiero. We know how athletic he is, but the question with him is, can he calm it down? Can he, You don't have to go from 0 to 100 real quick. You have to be able to have controllable chaos when it comes to the defensive end and decision making. Because on Arkansas, he could do whatever the fuck he wanted. He was one of the main players. With the Lakers, you can't really do what you want. You can't just drive on nobody and try to dunk on nobody. Luka need the ball. LeBron need the ball. Like, you can't just do that. So that I do agree with what JDP is saying. King just said in there as well, they are a top 4 seed as constructed. No trades rolling into the season. Those are his thoughts right now. Like I said, I need to see them play. I want to be hyped like y'all do. But I want to see how we play and what type of lineup we're rolling with.
I'll be honest. We need to see what the Rockets look like. We need to see what Denver. I think Denver is probably the surefire. Yeah. I think Denver is a surefire top 2, top 3 team. I think they're a surefire. Like, I think they kind of cracked the code on their bench.
Which they got a lot of vets. They got Hardaway. They got Bruce. They got Cam Johnson. They got a lot of vets.
Again, and Julian Strawthird is going into year 2, I think, or year 3, if I'm not mistaken.
This is year 3 for him.
They have a lot of young talent there. Like Peyton Watson was showing up in the playoffs a bit more. Like, you got this core players that they showed something in that series against OKC. So they are potentially, I could say, like, they can rival OKC. But again, I pivot to this point. You cannot run drop against Luka. You cannot run Luka will destroy the Denver Nuggets if they face him. That's the reality. Like, he will be a monster. It's all about like, the biggest question about the Lakers is, can Jake LaRavia be that dude? Off the bench, 7th man, 8th man. Can he be that 8th man rotation on a playoff team? Can Marcus Smart stay healthy? If he, I don't even know, bro. Give me the worst stats that he can produce. It's way better than whatever Gabe Vincent does. Just stay healthy. That's his number one thing. Just stay healthy. I can care less if he's shooting 30% from 3-point land. I can care less. Just be healthy.
That's the 2 things for him and Vando. Stay healthy. Yeah.
Just stay healthy. Vando, just be a disruptor. I need 10 minutes of chaos. Like, I need Vando to be the agent of chaos. Just blow up every type of scheme. Make them pull up the worst shots possible. If they make him, they make him. But you are the agent of chaos. Period.
Right.
Then, like, it's all about, like, this is the part about the roster that kind of concerns me. It's Hayes. Can Hayes be a backup? You can't be a starter, but can you be a backup? And if he can be a backup, great. Yeah. In the playoffs, that's where I have concerns. So that's where I feel like the Lakers have to upgrade. That's where I feel like the Lakers during the season have to figure out what they can do, because for the love of God, we don't need small ball LeBron James.
I don't think we'll ever have to see that again this season.
I think just gonna leave it there. It's a crime against humanity to see LeBron James in a 41-year-old being a small ball 5 again. If we can avoid that now. I'm okay with everything. Yes,
we can say that now. We have far too many bigs, far too many other athletic players to put LeBron at the 5 anymore. LeBron is officially retired from the 5. I'll say that now. He's not playing the 5 on small ball no more. He's not.
Please. Like, I need it. Like, I need a level of competence, and I need JJ to wake the F up in terms of just embracing the team.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna do this 5-man rotation or something like that. Give me a second.
All good. Nah, I think so. I think when it comes down to what I think the wake-up call for JJ was from this past playoffs. Working with what he worked with during the season, what he had with the total type of chaos that was going on. We had to trade AD and we got Luka in the middle of the season. Then at the end of it, we became the 4th seed. So I think JJ kind of knows what's happening. And honestly, I think he's probably excited with all the pieces that we acquired without even giving up that much.
I think he is too. And by the way, let's just not do this if possible. Let's just avoid this. Can you hear this clip?
They didn't play no center for most of the game, and we fucking nigga. They had Rui at the 5.
Oh my god.
Rui Hachimura played the fucking
Rui
5
Hachimura
and won
only
a
played the
basketball
3.
game, nigga.
Like I'm not
Christmas
gonna
Day,
lie,
by the
bro.
way.
I am
Christmas
I
Day.
am-
That was fun.
hey, I am all for Rui Hachimura winning a basketball game playing the 5. But I would like that not to be the recipe for our success. Like
1000%.
that's basically what I'm trying to get at. Like I am all for it. So oh wait, how am I? Oh, this is the how am I making shit up?
How am I making shit up?
Oh
Yeah,
my
there you go.
gosh.
There you go.
Yeah. That
Nah,
is
but
highlighted.
but seriously, I think this is the opportunity. Laker fans out there, if you're hearing this, if you are listening to us, if you are here in the chat, if you are on YouTube, anywhere, I will say
Oh,
for
I got
for a
you.
fact. Yeah, for a fact. Lakers are better. And I have to give my hats off. By the way, hats off
There we
to
go.
Mr. Rapalinka or to the Lakers or to Luka Doncic, wherever you want to put credit. But I'll say this: the front office. If you tell me how this offseason would have gone and how it
Mhm.
went,
Yep.
and our assets going into, like, I cannot. This is like I had as B minus, but having Luca extension, having the energy that they have moving forwards, and by the way, all the bullshit aside with the whole LeBron James, because I really do think that that everybody is just gassing up the whole LeBron James more than it needs to be.
Yeah.
But saying all that, the vibes are good, and to a certain point, like this is probably an A off season for the Lakers, considering like you got your starting level, your starting caliber center for
Yeah.
nothing. You got a young talent in Jake Laravia, which if he can provide anything, he could be
Mhm.
basically a DFS replacement or a low buck option.
Yeah.
And then you have Marcus Smart that he's just way better than Gabe Vincent. I don't
True.
know, bro. We've improved. We still this is what and we didn't sacrifice. We only sacrificed DFS, which again DFS sucks, but like it sucks losing him. But the upsides for that sacrifice is insane.
Right.
Like
Let's see what
yeah.
let's see what King said then. Let
What
me
did
just
King
read
say?
that.
What did King say?
He
Yeah.
said, I think we will make a trade to upgrade the center rotation, but I honestly don't think we have to because I believe 5 to 7 minutes of Jackson Hayes in the playoffs could work because I think DeAndre Ayton plays most of the minutes in playoffs.
I'm just so the only counterpoint to that is in a scenario where there could be, for instance, like if we are against, like, I'm just gonna give an example, like Denver, they
Yeah.
have a center that can punish. So let's say
Yep.
Jokic just puts Aiden in foul trouble. What's our option? Hayes.
That's tough.
Hayes, like that's my problem. Like if we have a foul trouble game or something of the sorts, I kind of want to see somebody better than Hayes. That's all I'm trying
Got
to
it.
get at. Like that's basically all. And by the way, I see also the comment from JDP saying like we turned DFS, Goodwin, and Shake into Aiden, Laravia, and Smart. Again,
Yeah.
you take that to the bank every single day.
Yeah.
Like if you said those words in the beginning of the offseason and you said
I
like
would have
how
been
many
very
picks are
excited.
involved or like how
None.
many assets are like do we have to include Kleba? Do we have to include Gay? Do we have to include
Mhm.
Rui to make all that work? And look at what we did. So, like, to a certain point, we still have our ammunition and we still have our picks. And frankly speaking, this is probably the best iteration that I could see the Lakers, including LeBron right now. Like, this is so let me say this correctly. This isn't the best iteration. So just imagine finding out like, okay, Gabe Vincent, we can improve. Kleba, we can improve. And then in the trade deadline, we're like, hey, before the trade deadline, we make some moves and we make this roster even better than what it is right now.
Yeah.
Just saying, if we can add that, again, I don't know if you guys can realize like we were searching for starters. We were searching for starting caliber players, and now we're searching for bench players.
Fits. We're just searching for a better team fit.
Correct. We're searching for fits. That's the amount of players that we can now go at is greater than what we had before, because before we just had to look at like certain players in like a vacuum, like, oh, now we have to look at Claxton closely. Oh, now we have to look at Capella. Does he still have the starting caliber use? Does a Brook Lopez make sense? Vooch, does he make sense? Like, look at those options and tell me what we got. Like, that's kind of like where I'm at right now. So
yeah, I'll give them because you just highlighted some good points. Because I was going to give the Lakers probably a B plus, but with Luka signing, I think it's an A minus. It would have been an A plus if we would have probably got another area of need that we needed, which was another POA.
I mean, would have been an A plus if we would have made a trade for Gabe Vincent and Kleba and gotten something like, let's say, an Ayo Dosunmu or something like that, or we could have like gotten picks. Like at some point, I don't want to use DK. Like if DK is involved in any of these trades, like you don't want to use DK in a capacity where it's like you're trying to send him out as salary or like. As a salary ballast. Like he has to be more than that. He has to be more than just a salary ballast. He has to be a asset where I'm returning something of value. Like he
I actually forgot about him.
We all forget, bro. And you want Bronny James to be part of this rotation. I don't know what to tell you. Like I don't know what to tell you.
I know all I'm saying is for DK, he will build his value back up. He will hit his open shots. I just don't want to hear, and I'm saying this now because it's going to be recorded. I don't want to hear nobody become DK fans now. Go ahead and stay saying DK sucks, because when he hits them game winners that we going to like, when he hits them threes that we going to be cheering for, I'll see y'all back in playback.
Hey, bro, if he does, that's great. We know DK's offense is not the thing that we question, my friend. It's not the reason why it's the defense. It's the mental awareness of what he needs to do. Like I don't want to see JJ stress out and lose hair. Like I don't want him to join the ball club. I want him to thrive. And I don't want him to stress out seeing that DK can't even like run a play that's designed for him. Like and he doesn't know where to go. Like that's where I'm at. And I hope he kind of like gets back on the saddle and becomes that guy. But yeah.
Question for you. Is there was there, because JDP just said there was no indication that Sharp signed his contract yet. Is that true?
Yeah. So because let's take a look at their situation. So if we take a look at by the way, guys, if you're listening to this, we're gonna share our screen from Spot Track. Cool. So let's just take a peek at the Nets for 1 second. And the Nets currently, Zaire Williams and Day'Ron Sharp are still pending transactions. They have not been announced.
What?
Yeah. By the way, this ain't common. There's a lot of teams that have this situation right now.
Why do you think that is, though?
So when I looked at right now, it's because of this. You see, they have 16 players. So 16 players, that includes two ways. So they have 14 players, but 2 players that they have to sign. So they still have to move or waive players. So for instance, they have to decide what to do with Jalen Wilson, Tyrese Martin, Drew Timmy. Those guys, they have to decide if they're going to keep them, they're going to do something with him, trade them. Or Keon Johnson is another one that they have to figure out.
Tony, I'm just saying, Jalen Wilson is the prototype that JJ's looking for. They can say he's a power forward. He's more a small
Yeah,
forward, but
well,
he has the build. I'm just saying.
he has I guess I have not looked at him at his game at all, but
Oh,
that's
JDP
where
also
like
said Cam Thomas too.
and forget about Cam Thomas. Yeah, JDP, thank you, bro. Yeah, Cam Thomas is another one where his restriction has been at like again he's a restricted free agent. They've offered him what 2 years, 14 or something nasty like that. So like, eh, I don't know what that situation is gonna go for. They still have
Yeah.
wow. They still haven't
How
signed their
much?
first. They still haven't signed Nicola.
Oh my God! How much? How much? How
Wait, do
much?
they sign him? Who the hell is this dude?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who this is.
How much cap space do they have? Good question, Eric.
No,
I don't even know.
how much cap space? So right now they have. Well, they don't. They have
19. Say right there, right? 19.
19. Yeah, they have 19 million in cap space, but they are 80 million below the first apron. So they have 19 to play with. So the thing is, order of operations, they can sign through just bird rights and whatnot, like Zaire Williams and Dayron Sharp. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a matter of like
What
what
they
they're
gonna
going
do
to
with
do
all
with
them
these.
people? Damn.
Yeah, and I think their cap space can actually increase because what is it? 2, 4, 6, a total like what? Almost 8 million more than they can shed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also another thing that they can just shed. So what? It's 1, 2, 3, 4 players. So that'll be 12 players, and they have to sign 3 more. That's 15
Cool.
players. Yeah.
Mm.
So that's the other thing. Like if they sign everybody and waive everybody here, if they waive Keon Johnson, Jalen Wilson, Tyrese
Mm.
Martin, Drew Timmy, like if they waive them, then you gain 8 million, but at the same time you have to sign
Yeah.
3 players.
Rob, just saying,
And
dog. If you're
yeah,
listening to me, Jalen Wilson, you get him if he hits the market. Go after Jalen
I'm
Wilson.
also I'm also thinking it could be crazy to say this, but would be hilarious if the Lakers kind of like get into the Dayron Sharp.
No, that's what JDP was saying. Dayron Sharp is
Yeah.
another person to look at.
Oh,
So,
is that what he's
all right.
saying? Sorry, I'm looking at the screen.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the
No, you're good.
chat.
You're good. No, I'm reading the comments. He's
Yeah.
saying the I think that a good backup big would be Darren Shaw. I do. I do think that.
Yeah. This is a team that needs to make a trade, that needs to figure out life, or you just figure out life. Another team that needs to figure out life, I think, is what is it? I forget. Toronto has to do something as well, if I'm
I
not
can't believe they got
mistaken.
Brandon Ingram. It's gonna look so weird with that.
Yeah, they got Brandon. This team is so weird.
Yeah, I don't
By the
understand that.
by the way, shout out to Sean Davis. I've been trying to help him with some of the power ranking stuff, and yeah, looking at this team, it's I don't know. Good luck with that. Hope it works
Hold
out.
on.
That's
What about Grimes? Do you think he just goes ahead and signs whatever
go take
the
the Sixers.
76ers?
Well, I think he's going to sign. I think he's going to sign the qualifying.
Okay.
He's going to sign the qualifying, or he's going to sign something where it's like probably close to the MLE. I think
Got
that's
it.
where they want to end up. He wants 20 million, but I just don't see he hasn't done enough to earn that. That's the problem.
Those 40 balls
And
didn't give it. That's not enough.
40 balls on a losing team, that's the problem. And the other
No,
part
sir.
is like, and the other problem with the situation is look at their
Mm.
numbers. Their second apron team with 21 million.
Oh
So
God. Ooh.
so 21 million to play around to the second apron. So they
Mhm.
probably gonna be a first apron team.
Mhm.
The only like they are a first apron team, sorry. So like now the question is like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like yeah. That's that Grimes situation. The Jonathan Kuminga situation is another situation that I don't understand. I don't really like I understand the situation. I understand the dynamics. Team wants to have a control over it. Again, there's no market for Kaminga, so it's not like he can
Mhm.
go to another team and be like, "Hey, give me a offer, I'll sign
Mhm.
it, and they'll match it." Like that's not what's going on. Like
Mhm.
the Kings are offering a sign and trade where it's like you have to work with the Warriors, like the Suns, you have to work with the Warriors. Like, and the Warriors are like, we don't want your stuff. So if we don't want your stuff, then
Mhm.
that's the same thing with Cam Thomas. Like he wants to stay, but nobody's offering him anything because there's no money out there. So like restricted free agency this season has been particularly horrific. So
Yeah.
and we haven't even mentioned like Giddy. That's the other dude. So yeah.
I don't think the Lakers will ever take that shot, but if they did, he is. Yeah, I'm just. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna call it here for this episode, but
Yeah.
I did wanted to close this episode with something to kind of like entice people to figure out. By the
Yeah.
way, let's close it out with this. KB, can you tell me who are the goats like on sports? Like in general. Just you can shoot it doesn't need to be LeBron, but just in general, like do you qualify like MJ as a goat?
Yes.
Okay. Do you qualify I don't know. Uh, pick another goat. Pick another guy. Like
Go Tom Brady
Brady.
for NFL. I go Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi for soccer. Take your pick.
Okay. Okay.
FF1, that's more of your realm.
So Phelps, he's a goat. So I just wanted to say this, guys. If you don't, if you Gretzky, that's a good
Gretzky
one.
for hockey. Yeah.
Yeah. So in that pantheon of goats, there's one that I have to end on this because it's wild to me. But Formula One, there's one that's Lewis Hamilton. Like he's one of the goats. He's
Mm.
he's a 7-time world champion. He
Oh,
is
young.
like
Isn't he still super young too?
no, he's in his I think he's in his 30s to 40s.
Oh,
But
okay.
what I'm trying to get at is like he made a move where it was
Mm.
kind of controversial. Think about and I make this comparison, but think about Lewis like LeBron James. LeBron James went from Cleveland
Mhm.
to the Lakers, right?
Yep.
This dude made the same thing. He went from Mercedes, where he won his 6 or 7, like, yeah, a crazy amount of championships, and goes to Ferrari.
Mm.
And this season has been something where I'll say this: it's I almost cried seeing him suffer through the pains of kind of like realizing that you may not have it or the car doesn't have it or like you're wasting your years.
With Ferrari.
I mean, yeah, this year has been horrid. Like horrific
Mm.
in many instances. Like it's like he's you can see that he's trying. You can see like it's like and I'll take this back to basketball for 1 second.
Mm.
It's the thing that I don't want to see from LeBron James. It's the
Oh.
thing that I
Mm.
don't that it's this because it's kind of hurts my soul seeing somebody as great that has been great that's still in that is in that pantheon and
Mm.
having to struggle and struggle and struggle. I really hope that if this is LeBron James last season, let's say a Laker or let's say
Mhm.
whatever, if this is retirement, whatever it is, I really would like the ending to be crazy, like to be magical, to be something to remember. That's kind of like where I'm at right now. Maybe
Okay.
that's hopeful thinking. Maybe that's just, but I really do hope that this season, if it's his last season,
Mhm.
we go get that chip.
I mean, we ain't got no choice but to. We're the Lakers, remember?
We don't have a choice. We kind of have to. So,
Yeah, you gotta shoot
all
for a
right,
championship every season.
we gotta shoot for it. But anyway, guys, we will be. By the way, schedule release. We will be recording here live on playback Wednesdays night around 11. Around 10:30 Eastern. That's the time that makes more sense. Again, alcohol. I can't drink that much alcohol during the week. Have to work, guys. Have to do stuff. I have to be a grown up, and school starts. So yeah, it's gonna get wild. But anyway, guys, appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. See you on the next one. Stay safe and
Peace.
later. Peace.